MySQL installation. How to install MySQL? So MySQL is one of the RDBMS. It is a software and open source. Using MySQL, we can store the data in MySQL databases. MySQL database. So now, so hope all of you install MySQL. If you have not installed MySQL, please share your screen. I will give directions how to install MySQL. So after installing MySQL, we will execute SQL queries. Is all of you installed MySQL? If you have not installed, just let me know. Please share your screen. I will explain how to install MySQL. No need to worry. Okay, I will explain everything. Okay, I hope that all of you installed MySQL. Now let's go to queries. All right. Yeah. So, so yesterday we discussed that MySQL is case sensitive or case insensitive. Case insensitive. Okay. So what is case sensitive and what is case insensitive? The people who are attending in online, please unmute yourself. Tell me what is case sensitive and what is case insensitive languages. Case sensitive is nothing but the languages accept didn't accept lowercase and uppercase letters as a same. Okay, but coming to SQL, it will accept lowercase letters as well as uppercase letters. That means it is case insensitive. That means it is case insensitive. So that is the meaning of case sensitive and case insensitive. Now tell me, Python and Java case sensitive or insensitive? Case sensitive. Okay. SQL is case sensitive or case insensitive? Case insensitive. So that's it. So now let's go to the types of languages in SQL. Okay. Types of languages in SQL. Types of languages in SQL. So here the thing is, so how the other languages are made up? For example, Java, Python, C, C++. They're the basic unit. The basic things are for loop, while loop, if, else, variables, data types, etc. Right? So similar to the other languages, the basic structure of our SQL is types of languages. Okay, simply the Python is made up of if statement, else statement, for loop, while loop, etc. In similar to that way, in our SQL, the SQL is made up of group of languages. Okay, SQL is made up of group of languages. There are types of languages in SQL. First one is data definition, data definition language. First one is data definition language. Here, such as there are different commands such as create. Okay. In shortly, we will call data definition language as DDL. Okay. In similar to that way, so there are different commands in data definition language such as create, and next one is alter, and next one is drop, next one is truncate, and then it is drop. Then it is drop. Okay. So coming to second type of languages is DML, that is data manipulation language. Data manipulation language. These all languages are used to work with tables only. These all languages are used to work with tables only. I already told that basic SQL, intermediate SQL, advanced SQL, everything is with tables only. Okay, everything is with the tables only. Everything is with the tables only. Insert, update, delete, insert, update, delete, select. These are the types of commands in data manipulation language. So coming to another one is transaction control language. Okay. Transaction control language. It is TCL. It is TCL. So here is commit. Do not worry regarding commands. Do not remember also. When we are when we are doing practically, you will understand how these commands are. If you are remembering or memorizing the things, it will be pain now. Okay. Suppose DDL, create, alter, drop, truncate, DML, insert, update, delete. So it will be pain now. It will be pain. So no need to memorize all these things. When we are executing practically, you will understand what it is. So commit. The next one is rollback. Commit and rollback and save point. Save point. So fourth one is DCL, that is data. That is data control language. So this is DCL, data control language. Here it is grant, here it is grant and revoke. Grant and revoke. Grant and revoke. So no need to remember all these things. Okay, I will explain everything. I already told that these all are used to perform on tables only. Okay, these all are used to perform tables only. So I'm not giving the definition for each. When we are discussing practically, you will understand what is the use case of each command. Okay, just for just for now, just remember the shortcut. How to remember data definition language commands. So what are the commands in data definition language? Create, alter, truncate, drop. Can you give any shortcut to remember all these four? Do you think any shortcut? I mean, on your own, instead of remembering create, alter, truncate, drop, is there better to try shortcuts? All right. So, cat. Cat. In alphabets, what is the letter after C? D. So D cat. Where C stands for create, where A stands for alter, where T stands for truncate, and finally B stands for drop. Okay. So whenever someone in the interview, whenever someone asks it, so what are DDL commands? You just remember D cat simply. So D stands for drop, C stands for create, A stands for alter, T stands for truncate. Do not tell D cat, but tell the commands in it. Okay? This is the data definition language. Do you got any idea how to remember this data manipulation language on your own? This is not subjective, but for the memorizing purpose, I'm telling now. So, do you think data manipulation language any easy? All right. So, in a university, there are students, right? Okay. For the students, there are IDs, ID cards, right? That is university IDs. So what is this? IU stands for university IDs. Okay, where I stands for insert, D stands for delete, S stands for select, U stands for update. This is the shortcut we can remember. Okay, this is not a subjective matter, but to remember or to memorize the things easily, I'm explained it. Okay, so this is the data definition language and this is the data manipulation language. So I'm not giving definitions now because if I give definitions you will just remember, it will be painful. So instead of that, when we are doing in practical mode, so the patterns will insert into brain. Okay, so this is the DCAT and this is university IDs. So transaction control language, how can we remember this? Simply CRs, class representatives, where C stands for commits, R stands for rollback, S stands for save back. So coming to GR, we can rename it as girls representative or group representative. Okay, so these two languages are main important than these two languages. Okay. These two languages are main important than these two languages. Okay. Do not memorize this all these things. Okay. Just do what I'm doing. All right. Now, is it clear or do you have any doubts? Okay. DCAT simply to remember. Okay. Instead of confusing, so that is the DCAT and DML, data manipulation language. All right. Now, I already told that SQL is a study of tables. Okay, that means basic SQL, intermediate SQL, advanced SQL, everything deals with tables only. Okay, now let's create a table. Now, what is database? Tell me, what is database? Yes. Can I say according to SQL? Can I say database is a collection of tables? Okay, collection of tables. All right. Yes. Good. So So first thing, I'm opening MySQL workbench. Okay, this is the MySQL workbench. That means it is a DBMS. Okay, I'm executing similar to Python. When we want to execute Python, we will open Python compiler. Also, if I want to execute SQL, I'm opening the MySQL. Okay, it is such as a similar to compiler. Okay, I'm opening the MySQL workbench. I'm opening the MySQL workbench. So this is my MySQL workbench. See, this is the how it is the graphical user interface tool for MySQL. It is create, browse databases, okay, so on, and design run SQL queries. Okay, and understand this text. It is a GUI. What is GUI? That means what? That means what? GUI means what? GUI means graphical user interface. So, in that user interface, there is a UI. That means we are user. We are interfacing. What is interface? Medium, right? This is a keyboard is interface for laptop and user. Okay. In similar way, this MySQL is interface for user and database. I already told that we cannot directly interact with the database. We have to take the help of what? Yeah, that is database management system. This is DBMS or database. Yes, database management system. Okay, this is a GUI, that is graphical user interface. Okay, see, it allows you to design, create, and browse. Okay, nothing but it is a user interface. It is a user interface. Okay, that's it. So similarly to execute Python, we will open Python compiler. In similar way, to execute SQL, I'm opening MySQL. Okay, just click on local instance. Okay, just click on place. Okay, file, under file place. It will create a new file. I'm saving this file as I'm saving this file as PyPy. uh, I'm saving this file as Python 2. Okay, just for easy remember. Okay, I'm just opening. I'm saving file as Python 2. So this is my MySQL file. Okay, this is my MySQL. All right. Now this is my MySQL. Now I am checking whether databases are present or not. Before creating my own database, I am checking whether any database is present or not in MySQL. Because database is a collection of tables, right? We have to create table or database first. Database. Why? Yes, because database is a collection of tables. Then we have to create database. Then we have to create table. Okay. So let's check show databases. So what is show databases means? It displays it displays it displays what databases what databases are present in MySQL. It displays what databases are present in MySQL. Okay, let's check show databases. Click on show databases. I'm selecting this. I will click on this run symbol or thunderstorm symbol. Okay, because coming to all other programming languages such as C++, Python, Java, there is entire program such as 10 lines of code or 25 lines of code. I will just click on run symbol. No need to select the program, right? Okay, but why I am selecting here is because it is a single line, right? See, when you come to other languages such as Java, Python, so there are 25 lines of code, 10 lines of code. Every entire code is one program, but here one line is a program, right? Here one line is a program. So if I click on this, all lines will execute. So to overcome that, I'm just selecting the portion which I want to execute. Okay, and I'm clicking on run symbol. Yes, see what it will shows. It is showing databases. There are different databases in my system. Okay, I explained this different databases for different classes. So there are different databases. This information schema, MySQL, performance schema, sys, these four databases all are already predefined. Okay, no need to create on our own. But this C, Python, college, Python 3, Tronics, these are I created. These databases are created by me. Okay, but coming to information schema, MySQL, performance schema, and sys, there are predefined databases that are came by I installed MySQL. Okay, now these are show databases. Now let's create our own databases. These are other people databases. Let's create our own databases. Okay, now create database. Create database. So the syntax for creating database is create database, database name. Create database name. For example, I want to create database Python 3. For example, I want to create database Python 2. Can you give the example for this? By seeing above syntax, can you give the example? Are you clear? See, this is the syntax to create database. Create database, database name. Okay. So I'm creating database name is Python 2. Can you give the example by looking at the syntax? Yes, excellent. So create. database Python 2. Okay, create database Python 2. Okay, I'm just selecting this. Okay, just paste here and select. Yes, what it will show. All right. See here, green tick. Here, green tick indicates it is successful execution. Green tick indicates successful execution. If we get a wrong tick, it is not successful execution. Maybe it is syntax error or whatever it may be. Okay, green tick indicates successful execution. So that means our database is successfully created. Okay, now let's check whether our database created or not. So similarly same, that is show databases. Okay, show databases. Show database. See, let's check our database created or not. Yes, it is Python 2. Yes, our database is created. Previously, there is no Python to database, but we are just executed now. So there is Python to database. Okay, there is Python to database. So this is the thing. Okay. Now here the question is semicolon is mandatory or not? Okay, semicolon is mandatory or not? See, so in a C program or Python program or Java program, entire entire code is one program, right? Okay, but here there is no program. Single line is a program, right? So to overcome confusion, we will give semicolon. That means end of a statement or end of a query. Okay, end of a query. So in Python or Java, there is 25 lines of code or 10 lines of code. Entire program is regarded as one program. So that's why we understood this is a program. But coming to here, every line is a program, right? Okay. To overcome confusion, we will give a semicolon. That means it is a end of a statement. So there is no need of giving semicolon. But to overcome confusion, I am giving this semicolon. Okay. To overcome confusion, I am giving semicolon. Are you clear with this, or do you have any doubts up to this? Okay. Now, after creating databases, what I have to do? What I have to do? Create table, right? Create table. So one thing, how can I know my created table will go to which database? Are you understand? See, there are many databases. Ranix is there, is Python, Python 2, Python College. Every database is there. Now, if I create one table, how can I know that table will insert into particular database? Are you clear? See, I have many databases. College database is there. C Python database is there. Python 2 database is there. Python 3 database is there. Or if I created a table, that table can be stored under Python 2 or create table stored under Tranix, or my created table stored under Python 3. How can I know? Are you clear what I'm saying? So I have to use the database. Before creating the table, I have to use the database to know where the table is going to insert. Okay, to know where the table is going to store in the database. For example, let's assume a simple example. These are 5 rooms are there. Okay, in this floor there are 5 rooms. If someone told to you come to institute, okay, please sit in the particular room, so that you will go and sit in the room. Okay, but without telling the room where you can sit, are you going to sit anywhere? No, right? I have to mention which room you can sit, so that you can go and you will sit. In similar way, there are many databases. Okay, if I want to insert, if I want to create a table, I have to mention the database to which you are storing, because database is a collection of tables, right? Then that is everything is a database. So when I'm creating a new table, I have to tell to MySQL to which, in which database I can insert my new table. Otherwise it will get error. Okay, otherwise it will get error. Okay, so I already told simple example. This is a institute. Okay, I call you to the institute, but I'm not specified the room. Okay, to sit. You will confuse in which room you have to sit. You will confuse. Okay, so that's so to overcome this, I have to use the database. I have to use the database. So let's see, before using the database, let's see whether we get an error or not. Okay, let's create a table. Okay, let's create a table. Create a table. So the syntax for creating table is create table, table name, inside, inside it is column 1 name, its data type, and column 2 name, its data type, column 2 name, its data type, and column 3 name, its data type, and so on. Okay, okay, for example, assume I'm creating a table called student. Okay, in this table there are columns, suppose SID, it is of integer. Okay, student ID. Okay, S name, it is about varchar. Okay, because it is string, right? And let's take marks, it is integer, right? It is integer, right? Now tell me, I given my example, please give example for this query. Create table student, column 1 name, right? What is column 1 name? SID, right? So that is SID. What is its data type? Integer. Okay, integer. S name, S name, varchar of 20, and next one is marks, that is integer, that is integer. Okay, I'm just selecting this. I will paste on MySQL workbench. Now see, let's see. See, I'm creating the table. I am selecting the exact selected portion. I'm clicking on this run button. Let's see what is the error. See, so what is the error it is showing? Let's read the error first. What? No database selected. So before creating the table, we have to use the database. Okay, the syntax is use database name. So what is our database? Python 2. Let's use Python 2. Exactly. So I'm use database, then I'm creating the table. Now it will success. Okay, are you clear? So that means before creating the table, I have to use the database. Okay, before creating the table, I have to use the database. So that's it. I'm removing this error. Okay, that, so let's click on show tables to check what tables are present in my database. Okay, show tables. Yes, previously, before creating the table, if you check the show tables command, it will show empty. It will show empty. But I now I checking show tables. That means it is clearly showing tables in Python 2. Tables in Python 2. There is a student table in Python 2. Are you clear? That means there is a Python 2 is a database. In that database, there is a student table. Are you clear? So that's it. So this is the creation of table. Now let's give the definition for create command. So what is create command? Tell me now. To create a table, right? That's it. Create command is used to create the table. That's it. So if you are keep on, if I give definition first and then will do execution, it will be confusing to you. That means, so if I do execution, then you will remember easily. Okay, because you have observed it. So this is the create command. For example, I want to display the table. Okay, so third one is I have to use the database. Use database. The syntax is use database name simply. Use database name simply. Example, use Python. Okay, use Python. And fourth one is we have to create the table. And fourth one is I have to create the table. Fourth one is I have to create the table. And after creating table, for example, I want to display the table structure. I want to display the table structure. So for that I will use select command. So let's see. For example, I want to display all columns. Display. I want to display. I want to display all the columns. The syntax is select star from table name. Okay. Can you give example? For example, my table name is student. Select star from student. That is simple. So in similar way, example, I want to display only few columns. I want to display only few columns. The syntax is the, s- the syntax is select column 1 comma column 2 comma column 3 comma so on. Whatever columns you want to display, just specify instead of star. Okay, star represent all columns. Instead of star you can replace star with column 1 column 2 column 3 etc. Okay, now let's give example. Let's select sid comma sname from student. Instead of displaying all columns, I'm displaying only few columns. Okay, let's execute this. Select star from student. Okay, just execute this. Select star from student. See, it is displaying the table, right? Okay, no, I don't want to display all columns. I want to display only two columns. That is, select sid comma sname from student. Are you clear? For example, I want to display only marks. So what is the syntax? Select marks from student. So that's it. So this is the displaying the table. Are you clear? So now let's give the definition for select command. What is the definition for select command? It is used to display the table structure. Okay, it is used to display the table structure. So that's it. Okay. Do you have any doubt in this one? Or everything is clear? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now, yeah, we will set up one command, that is show tables. So what show tables will do? Okay. It will display. It will display what tables are present in database, right? What tables are present in database. Do not confuse with show databases and show tables. Show database is used to display what databases are present in MySQL. So coming to show tables, it will display what tables are present in database, particular database. Okay, that is the main thing. So until you are using another database, until you are using another database, whatever the performations or whatever the queries you written, it will always apply to the selected database only. I understand what I'm saying. So that means, so what I mean to say is, I used the Python to database, right? Okay, until you are using another database, everything is applied to Python to database only. Until you are using another database, whatever the queries you are applying, it will directly apply to Python to database. Okay, so this is the main use database. For example, if you closed your laptop, or if you are closed your MySQL workbench, then you have to then you have to use the database first. Okay, so for example, if I shut down my laptop or I shut down my MySQL, so when you're opening to MySQL, or when if you want to work on MySQL queries, you have to use the database, because without using database, if you insert a table, it will it will confuse to which table I have to store this table. Okay, are you clear? For example, if you came to the institute, okay, we will confuse, hey, in which room I have to sit, in which room I have to sit. Okay, so before that you have to mention the room. Okay, or you have to mention the database to which this table can insert. Okay, so this is the main thing. Now I am just explaining the each command. So what is show databases? It display it display what databases what databases are present in MySQL, right? That is not table. Okay. Now I'm creating the database. Okay. Creating database. Creating database. Okay. And show databases. Then I'm using this is necessary, important, using the database. And then I'm creating the table. Okay. And I'm creating the table. I'm creating the table. I'm creating the table. Okay. I'm displaying all columns. Displaying all columns. Display all columns, displaying only selected columns. Okay, displaying only selected columns. Okay, that's this is also displaying selected columns. Okay, for example, if you forgot what is the, for example, I want to check what are the data types of the table. Okay, so you can give describe table name. Describe table name. Okay, just execute this. What you are showing, what it is displaying, data type, right? See, field SID. What is the field of SID? Integer, right? What is the field of, what is the data type SID? Integer, right? What is the data type S name? Barker of, right? 20, right? What is the data type marks? Integer, right? So that means describe table name is used to display the data types of the table. Okay, that is describe table name, it is used to display display what are the data types of columns columns of the table. Are you clear, or do you have any doubts? Okay, this is a describe table name. So now here the main thing is, what are the comments? So in similar languages, in all programming language, there are comments, right? So coming to here, this is a single line comment. We can specify with the double hyphen. Okay, this is a this is a this is a single line comment. This is a single line comment. Okay. Also, we can represent with as symbol. This is also a. This is also a single line comment. Okay. What about multi-line comments? That is simple. Just give star, black slash and star. This is a this is a multi-line comment. This is a multi-line comment. This is a multi-line. Are you clear? And the main thing is, so here the main thing is in table. What is the table? Simply, table is a collection of table is a table consists of rows and columns, right? Table consists of rows and columns. So rows are horizontal, right? And vertical are, so vertical is columns. That is columns is vertical. Columns is vertical. Columns is vertical. Now let's give the other synonyms of rows. We can call rows as we can call rows as records. We can call rows as entities. Okay, rows as entities. We can call columns as fields, attributes. Okay, so these are the things we discussed today. Tomorrow we will discuss the next commands in data definition language and data manipulation language. If you have any doubt, just let me know in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and just tell me. Is it clear to all in the online students, or do you have any doubts? ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. How can I know you understand or not? At least reply in the chat box.